Friday, October 16th, 2020. This is the 17th day of our trip. We're on our way to Trinidad. We left the campground in Echo Basin around 8:45. It's 9:45. We've been on the road for an hour. We've traveled about 52 miles, and we've got another 235 to go. Beautiful morning, cold. 37 was the low. It's warming up now, it's 55, and we're just taking our time admiring the scenery, driving through this part of southern Colorado, hovering at around the 7,000 foot elevation level. We just went through Durango about 20 minutes ago, and we're coming up on Pagosa Springs, and we're climbing the mountain pass on Highway 160 headed east. Beautiful scenery here, alpine forest. We've got about 5 more miles to go before we reach the summit. Spectacular scenery. Okay, here we are at the Holy Trinity Church. Now, I was here 4 years ago and it was tagged due to earthquake damage. It was closed, but it appears to be open once again, even though the doors are locked. So all indications are that it's open. But a lot of the surrounding church property is still in bad shape, even worse shape. Condemned. The rectory is this building down here.
1866. The church was built in 1885.
Yeah.
Wonders. It's amazing it's still standing.
Yeah.
Pretty. I love the city.
Now we're here at the cemetery at Mom's grandparents' grave.
Yeah. Well, what a nice day.
Yeah.
When I came, when Aunt Mary, when Uncle Nick and Aunt Jenny took me, it was not like this.
No?
No, it was awful. My little brother's grave was terrible. Cracked and everything. I never saw it before. With all these flowers.
So Aunt Josie, she sees the names on these stones and she remembers these people. Like there's
Is that what does that say?
Passarelli.
Yeah.
Marie and Ralph.
Yeah, Passarelli. That's my Aunt Marie.
Yeah.
And Uncle Ralph.
Yeah.
That's who that is. Right
I
here.
see the Antistas out there.
Antista.
Antista. I don't know if that's
No, I don't know who that is. The Lenti.
yeah. Another beautiful day at the graveyard.
Yeah, that's my Aunt Marie and Uncle Ralph.
Yeah. And then over here,
Yeah, it's a big flat.
down this row here, here are the Baratius.
Over here must be Tony. Is Tony there?
Well, Carl's here.
Carl? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Victoria.
And here's Aunt
Joe.
Vicky and Uncle Joe,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And Joe C. Who's that? Junior.
Now, he's the one the one that died in the car crash?
Yes. But this is my Uncle Joe and Aunt Vicky.
Yeah.
Oh, they were such good people.
I can't see the...
That's her and him.
There it is. Yeah.
What about Tony Baratia? Where's he? He's got to be around here.
I don't know. Here's Lucy and Joe Garbo.
Yeah. They're all here in a line. Oh my God. Yeah. He and his dad got killed together.
Car accident, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Lucy and Joe. How do you pronounce that? Bonino?
Bonino, yeah.
There's a line of Boninos here.
Yeah.
What a...
We're going to go out and look for Junior's grave now. He's in section 4, or the kids section. So,
And then the baby section.
yeah. There's Uncle Nick and Aunt Jenny's grave right there. I think this is section 13. So here we are at Kit Carson Park. It's about 5:15. Mom's on the phone with Aunt Josie getting information, getting intelligence. And from here, we're going to go up to Trinidad Point, which is up there, behind that tree, where the Trinidad sign is. There's the Trinidad Point, and we're going to go up there next. We should get up there before sunset, and then we'll call it a day. We just found the section where Mom's brother Junior was buried, and it was 5 o'clock, and they told us the cemetery was closing. So we'll go back to the cemetery first thing tomorrow to visit Junior's grave, and then we'll do the ride out to Nickerson Avenue, Grandma's old house, and off to Cokedale, just a few miles up the road. And Jansen as well, which is also on the way, and that's where Grandpa is from, and his family. So, where's the Kit Carson sign? There it is in reverse. Okie doke. Alright, we're up here at Trinidad Point, and it's windy. There's the sign. We took a few pictures at the sign. There's Mom going back to the car. Bumpy dirt road to get up here. And here's a panoramic shot of the greater Trinidad metropolitan area. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. I know there's a lot of wind going. You can see the town there, north end of town. I'm trying to find the cemetery. It's out there somewhere. There's downtown. We were just down there. The church steeple is straight ahead. The courthouse is visible. I-25. And looking towards the south, that's out towards Cokedale. Cokedale is out that way. Josie. This is the Mount Carmel Church, and we're on Route 12, and so obviously Grandma's house at Nickerson is nearby, and so is Robinson Avenue, I'm sure. So we'll try to find Robinson Avenue, and of course 1010 Nickerson. Okay, here we are, 1010 Nickerson. This is where Nana was born. Grandma Giordano lived here as well, and later Uncle Joe and Aunt Frances lived here with their sons. So
there was rhubarb.
There's the old adobe. They added on. They added on to the old adobe. I shot all this before 4 years ago, and then of course here is the infamous garden
that my dad worked.
That fed the family. It was a supplemental income for the family. And it's been all plowed. There's a little creek that runs along where those trees are. There's a little creek back there, and that's where they get irrigation water. So Oh, so she would walk up to the church,
Yeah.
Aunt Josie was telling you.
Yeah. She said it was about a mile.
Yeah?
To think my mother was born here, Doug.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, my sisters.
This is where she jumped off playing Cinderella with the umbrella. She jumped off the roof of the garage or of the barn.
That thing, probably.
Mary Poppins, not Cinderella. She wanted.
That
She
thing.
yeah. She pretended she was Mary Poppins.
No, she just thought she could fly.
Yeah.
With that umbrella.
Yeah. So here it is with the peak in the background. What a beautiful view every day to have. So that's it. 100 years ago.
What it was.
Yeah, 110 years ago.
What's that in the street over there? Some animal. Could you zoom in on it?
I don't know what kind of animal that is. Let's zoom in.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
It's a cat.
Oh.
It's a house
Yeah,
cat.
my dad used to grow all his vegetables and stuff, and then he'd sell them to the store for. He didn't sell them; they would trade for food, for flour and sugar. That's how he peddled it.
Yeah.
That's how he fed us,
Yeah.
and we always had fresh vegetables. Oh my God! Yeah, this is it. There was rhubarb growing along that fence. Uncle Joe had a cow.
Yeah.
I remember him having a cow.
Yeah.
But I remember the rhubarb. We used to pick up that was sour as ever, and pick up that rhubarb and eat it like celery.
Ooh.
Or like celery.
Yeah.
I remember coming here. I remember along the fence. So all this property, I think, belongs to that house.
I think so.
Yeah, because he had a cow there. Uncle Joe had a cow. He and Aunt Frances. It was big. That house is not as little as you think it is when you go in it. They had a big eating area.
Well, and that part with the A, where the roof makes an A shape there, Aunt Josie said was added on. The original adobe is just the structure that is behind it. So
Well,
we ran right into
We
it.
didn't even look
No,
for it.
no,
We ran into Mount Carmel, beautiful church.
yeah,
I could see her walking with Grandma to church. I could see it. It's about a mile,
oh, not even that. Maybe a quarter of a mile.
I think.
Yeah. Saturday, October 17th, 2020, 18th day of the trip. We're back at the Trinidad Cemetery, and we see Mom's older brother, Nash. His gravestone is here. Of course, I was here 4 years ago. Mom was here almost 50 years ago and claims that this isn't the same stone, but
It is not.
I've got an old picture from there. I'm going to look at it. Apparently the cemetery fell into quite a state of disrepair
Beautiful.
some 30, 40, 50 years ago. And that wouldn't surprise me because everything Catholic Church related here in this town is in quite a bit of disrepair. I mean, there's half of downtown is Catholic Church stuff, between the school and the high school and the convent and the rectory and this and that, and those buildings are all really should be condemned. Anyhow, so here we are. My uncle, of course, my mother came after him. I think Aunt Ro came after him as well. So Uncle Nash came after Aunt Joanne, apparently. Another beautiful day. The wind is still up. It's going to be 80 degrees today. It's already 73. And just nice here in the high country, 6,000 feet elevation. We'll take more on the way to Cokedale, and maybe when we get to Cokedale for sure.
godmother's house was, but she was about 3 houses down the street on that street side.
Mrs. Gentinelli.
Gentinelli, she was my godmother. A lot of Italian people lived there too, Doug, when we were little.
Yeah.
The Politos lived there, the Colombos lived there, the Sacramentos lived there. There was a lot of people that lived there when we were there. A lot of Italian people. The Perrys lived there, the Vignoles lived there. These are all people that, thank God, we got a good memory.
Yeah. Glad you remember all of it.
I remember Mr. Vignole was an old man, and he'd come and water all our trees in our yards. They'd give him something to do, and I'd bring out a chair for him, and I'd let him water I'd help him to water. He was an old man.
They lived here, Josie. I'm where our house is. Am I, Dougie? Right where our house is?
Yeah, right around here, yeah.
Now, where was the man?
Our house was at least 40 foot wide. It was 20 foot wide. Our house was, but our yard was at least 40 foot wide.
Oh yeah.
It was big. I remember the big yard. Josie?
Yeah, we had big yards.
What side did the man that used to take a bath in the tub outside? What side was he on?
He was one of the first houses over there closer to the ditch.
Okay.
You know, the Avilas had the first house.
Oh, is that who? The Avilas had the first one. Oh, remember I told you about the Avilas?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had the first house, and then Mr. whatever he was, had the second house. But after he moved out, there was the family, the Mexican family took over that house.
No, I don't remember that. But
the Avilas on below the bridge.
Yeah.
It was below it, so that the one that was there was probably
I could see it all now. I was little, but I remember this. Believe me. Oh.
So what do you see? I mean, what do you remember?
I remember this bridge just flowing over of water.
So
we were flooded all in the back of our yard, and we were in a 2-story. We were on the deck.
Yeah.
And the things were floating in the yard. But I didn't know that this part wasn't flooded. It was just this part. That's what Josie told me. Because
where the creek is.
I said, how did Daddy drive his car in all that water? Because he was jumping from log to log. I mean, it was that deep. But this was just overflowing with water. The bridge was just bubbling up. You could just see the water just flowing out of it. It was that full, I guess. I was little. I was only 4 and a half or 5, but I remember it. I remember it as plain as day. Oh my God. It's very surreal.
Yeah, you were born here.
Yeah. 80 years ago. Hard to believe. So this was the Kaliva's house. It was stucco, huh?
Well, I doubt it was stucco 80 years ago.
I don't know. I don't remember it. But these were the only 2-story houses here. The rest were all 1-story. You have my phone, right, honey?
Yeah.
Very impressive. Memories. And where does that go, Doug? Is that to get somebody's yard? Or
It's a street.
There's more houses up
Yeah,
there.
well, I'll drive you through the town.
I remember going up there to the Cokedale. Well, maybe we walked up this way.
No, it was that way.
I remember leaving here, and I'd walk with Josie, and the coke ovens were there, and my dad was in the third one.
Well, the coke ovens are directly over on the road. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go see that.
We'll park up on the road. We'll walk across the highway.
Because I do remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember that adobe oven, and it's right where I said.
You think it was by that tree trunk over there?
See that round circle over there, where there's no weeds?
Yeah.
Gravel. It's right in that spot. That's where it's at. I know it. I could see it.
Okay.
I could definitely see it. The house was here. The adobe oven was right there. Right where I said. And the train tracks came. They
Right.
smell my mother's
Right.
bread.
And that's where Aunt May, they would pick up the coal that would fall off the train track, off the train.
Yes. I remember this.
And see the slag pile up above in the hill there?
What is that?
That's where Aunt Josie said they used to go ice skating and they used to go sledding on the slag pile.
Really?
Yeah.
But didn't it go deeper than this? I thought the yard went deeper.
Well, it's pretty deep, but the creek, the creek where that fence is the lip of the creek.
Because I thought it was further back.
But the train came along the back there.
Yes.
You know, and it came down through the town, and it goes along your backyard, and it went right into the. When we go up on the highway and look at the coke ovens, you could see where the tracks used to be.
I could tell you exactly what oven my dad used too.
So, well, Mom is very happy right now. This is a good thing. So she got to see where she's born. I'm going to drive her through the town and take her to the school and to the church house and to the general mercantile store and all that other stuff. So we'll do that now, after we get all these stickers out of our shoes.
I can see my dad here. Oh, look at these little things I collect. Oh, history.
Yeah.
My dad, my mom, their life here. They lived here how many years, Doug? Well, I was 5 when we left. And my dad, Josie, said they lived most of the time. So, they lived.
Well, they got married in 1927, and you were born in 1940. You were here until 45, so 18 years, most of 18 years,
They lived.
maybe 15 years.
Well, my sisters more or less grew up here.
Stay there.
The ones that are broken down, I think. Were they here too?
Apparently so.
Well, there wasn't all those that were.
And see, the railroad track came in in between them.
Yes. Yes, right down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the ovens, they wrap around all the way toward the back, around the corner.
But he worked, because we walked, he worked the first floor. There was 4 of them. 3 or 4 that I remember. But, you know, I was little, so I don't remember all those next to him. I don't remember any of those there. He worked on the lawn. There was like 4 holes. And he was shoveling in there.
Walk down that street.
Yes. Clear across at night. So it was quite a walk from our house all the way across here
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
That's what we got. Yeah. He worked the first, could have been those first. I remember it against something, but I only remember 4 holes. And he was working that one hole on the end.